What's going on there, folks? Hope you're having a great weekend. It is Sunday, so that means we're going to walk a dealership today. Nothing special, though. We're just going to go to my local one down the street here. I haven't been there in a few weeks. Not really sure what they have, if any new inventory came in, any old stuff went out. So we're going to walk it and see what's out there. It's fun to walk dealerships. I do it all the time, especially Sunday. A lot of people don't know this, but New Jersey is one of 18 states that does not allow dealerships to be open on Sunday. So write that one down. 18 states in the U.S., no car sales on Sunday. For us, some people are like, oh, that's bad for the dealership, and maybe. But for me, I love it because I get to go over there and not get hassled by anyone, and we could check out what's out there. So like I said, not really sure if anything came in, but I am definitely pumped to check it out. Warning ahead of time, it's freezing cold, and it's really windy all of a sudden. Life of a YouTuber. Anytime I go over there to do anything with vehicles, it's either raining or windy, so I'll do my best to limit the wind noise, but I apologize in advance. So let's get over there. Here's what I'm on the lookout for. I always go there with a plan. Any new Tundras, of course. Any TRD Pros. Doesn't really matter which one it is. We haven't seen a 4Runner yet, so I hope to see a TRD Pro 4Runner show up soon, hopefully today. Like I said, I haven't been there, so I don't know yet. Did that TRD Pro Sequoia sell yet? That's been sitting there for quite a while. I thought that thing would go out the door quickly, but we shall see. And we'll just generally see what's out there, of course. So come along with me and let's go check out some cars. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again at the dealership for a very windy day, of course. It's either windy or raining anytime I do this. Just seeing what they got that's brand new. I love these vans. I love these things. Look at how aggressive they made the nose. So if you have to buy a van, not bad. We are with the Sequoias again. Obviously, we think the TRD is way better looking. You gotta let me know what you think about that, but come on, pretty obvious. So here we are, we're going to the TRD off-road. We're walking all the way down this list right now. 4Runners. People are always here when I'm doing this thing. People are always in here. Hood graphic, random hood graphic on a TRD Sport Tacoma. Not bad. I love that color. Love, love, love that color. White Tacoma. Black Tacoma. I think this is the SR5. Access cab. Access cab. This is still here. I still want my father to buy this thing. I love this truck. I love that color. I think it looks better on a Tacoma than a Tundra. What do you think? I just think colors like this look better on smaller vehicles. I just got to keep shifting, so hopefully you don't get a lot of wind. I don't know. I dig that. It's kind of like how I felt with like Voodoo Blue. I felt like Voodoo Blue was a better color on a smaller vehicle like this versus the Tundra, but comment below and let me know what you think. Still love that. It seems like the inventory hasn't really shifted too much. We're getting down to the Tundras. Looks like there's 4. This TRD Pro is still here. This thing's so sick, dude. I love this thing. I love this. I think this is well packaged. I hope that the future TRD Pro Tundra has a couple more distinctive things on it, kind of like this versus the regular Tacoma. And of course, we don't have a TRD Pro Tundra to show you right now, but TRD Pro Tundra, you know, it has the grille, it has the wheels and stuff, but I feel like things like this are pretty cool. That those wheels are sick. I don't know, it just, it stands out more to me when you put this next to a regular Tacoma versus a TRD Pro versus, TRD Pro Tacoma, or I don't know how to talk, TRD Pro Tundra versus like a Sport. For you and me who know Tundras, we're going to know the difference right away, but if you put this next to a TRD Pro Tundra, they'll be able to spot the grille and things like that, but you wouldn't know the shocks and all that. Let me know what you think about that comment. So these guys have been here a while. This is actually not the same one that was here. This is a different one. They sold that one. That's a different one. This one has been sitting here. We've been doing these a while now, so this one's always here. I love that color, as we know. So we're gonna go on down the line. We never talk about the cars, but the Avalon is worth checking out. All these Camrys, Corollas, I'm pointing up high, but down there, Camrys, Corollas, all that. Something you should know about these cars, by the way, in case you don't yet. So basically the US manufacturers, the auto manufacturers, Chevy, Ford, all of them are backing out of the sedans and the small compact cars. And of course that was a segment that the Japanese companies really did rule anyway. But Toyota pretty much doubled down and they're making all-wheel drive versions of the Camry now. and the Avalon and their hybrid everything. Look at this XSE, baby. This thing is sweet. Sweet car. So Toyota is doubling down. This is not, so this is the 4-cylinder. This isn't even the XSE V6. So Toyota's doubling down, and I give them credit for that. Ooh, windy and cold. Windy and cold, for sure. All right. I thought there was a 4Runner here, a TRD Pro 4Runner, but there is not. All right, I found a couple gems in the rough here while walking back to the truck. So we have a few TRD Pro, or excuse me, 4Runners. These are 2020s though, so now they have Toyota Safety Sense in 2020. So if you want to see where the sensor was going to be, there it is, right under the logo. This has a TRD Pro bash plate on it too. Other than that, pretty typical looking TRD off-road. You want to take a guess? You want to pause the video and take a guess how much this thing is? It's the premium. It's got the sunroof. So tell me what you think. We got a black one over here that does not have the sunroof. This is a 2020 as well. Toyota Safety Sense. Toyota Safety Sense on the Limited. That's cool. See, the thing with the 4Runner that I always like to talk about is they don't want, the owners, the enthusiasts, don't want too much changed with the 4Runner. Just a couple things here and there. I think the gauge cluster is a little different too now. Let's see if they updated that finally. Oh yeah, so price, by the way. This one, we're not gonna look at the add-on stuff. $44,953. There you go. Typical 4Runner though. I love these things. Has the 4-liter V6 in it. Tried and true, bulletproof motor from Toyota. It has a 5-speed transmission still. If that updates to like an 8 or so, that'd be cool. I can't really see. Yeah, it looks like it has a little bit different of a gauge setup, but I'm not sure. So 4Runner people, help a bro out. Can't see in these trucks, but yeah, let me know what you think. What do you think needs to be done with the 4Runner? Are you happy with the current product? What would you like to see? So here it is. We've seen it before. TRD Pro Tacoma. It's got the big snorkel, desert air intake, whatever you want to call it, on it. I gotta ask you, I need to know, let me know what you think. Do you like this? Do you like the desert air intake on it? I think it serves a purpose depending on where you are in the country. I don't think New Jersey is the answer. And it would definitely need different wheels and tires to match that. I'm not against it. I don't dislike it as far as what they're trying to do, but I just don't know driving around this close to New York City with a big desert air intake on it. And like I said, it needs a better offset, more aggressive tires for sure to match the look, in my opinion, but you can let me know what you think. We all know what this truck's about. Like I said, I filmed this a couple times. I'm pretty sure it's a 2019, and I know you guys love the pinstriping. And I am being sarcastic. So this thing here is 48,221. Looks like 56,596. I kind of block it out there so you can't see. So that's a pretty big one. 6,000. Oh, sorry, I was just looking at how much the TRD Pro adjustment is. Sweet looking truck, but I gotta know what you think about this desert air intake. I told you can't hide trucks from me. TRD Pro 4Runner up on the ramp. See what we could do. Again, very sorry about the wind. I know we got a lot going on. Tundra up there, $17.94 with TRD package. They don't make this ramp very accessible. They probably don't want people up here. TRD Pro, $51,929. Adjustments 58. $5,000 adjustment 2020. That's not even that bad. Ooh, there you go. Can you see that? It's got the bigger screen in it. Oh man, that was one of the complaints with this truck everybody has. Can you see that? I hope you could see the screen right there. That's big. That looks good in there. And the gauge cluster is definitely different. I'm sorry you're not going to be able to see it too well. Obviously these vehicles are locked. Oh, that's cool. Here's what it looks like right there. That's the sensor. Toyota Safety Sense. This is a 2020 once again. And the adjustment wasn't too high. I'm pretty shocked by that. The roof rack. That's sweet. Let's see if I can give you that look. See what it is? A little bit different. I like it. I love these things. Probably talk more about this in the truck. I tried to snap some good pictures of it, but that thing is sweet. They always do a really good job with these TRD Pro 4Runners. They don't do a lot to them, they just do enough to them. So there you have it. Let me take some pictures of this thing. Okay, and there you have it. Like I said, freezing cold and very windy. I did all I can to stop the wind noise, but we shall see. I got to look at the finished product, but I am sorry if there is any, of course. So we ended up spotting some cool things. At first, it looked pretty much the same to me, but then I realized I was staring at 3 new 2020 4Runners, which, as we know, has gotten the bigger screen, which is awesome because that is what the 4Runner has needed. So it now has the 8-inch infotainment screen. That's cool. It has a new gauge layout. It doesn't look terribly different. It just looks a little bit different. But 4Runner guys, like I said, comment below the video and let me know what I'm looking at there. Maybe the gauges are the same, but that little screen in the center is different. It's Toyota Safety Sense, so it has to be updated from what was there. And then we saw the TRD Pro 4Runner, which that was the last 4Runner of 2020 I haven't seen yet. So I'm pretty excited to see that thing. I got to be honest. Of all the TRD Pros, and we talked about this last time we walked a dealership, I feel like some of the demand for the TRD Pro is kind of diminished a little bit because you see them all over the place so much. But with the TRD Pro 4Runner, there is still massive demand for it. Massive demand. It's always been the one that was very hard to get versus the other ones. So to see that black one over there, I really like what they've done with it. The infotainment screen looks great. The new screen in between the gauges looks good. I love the roof rack. That's from 2019. Just the overall look of the TRD Pro 4Runner is awesome. You know, it's a small, I shouldn't say a small SUV. It's a lot smaller than the Tundra. You could fit on trails. The thing's ready to go. You know, you get a lot better of a tire than is offered on the other TRD Pro models out there. I think it has the Nitto grappler on it. Unless they changed it for 2020, it did have the Nitto, but it's a lot more of an aggressive all-terrain tire, and it's just a nice package altogether. So you got to let me know what you think about that TRD Pro 4Runner. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, go in the comments below and let me know what you think about the 4Runner. Do you want to see changes? Are you happy with what is out there now? Anything you want to say about the truck? For me, there are a few changes I would like to see. Number one, new transmission. Something like an 8-speed in there. Help with the fuel mileage. Maybe a little retune of the engine. Get a little more horsepower and torque out of it. There are times the 4-liter V6 did feel a bit sluggish to me in some of the press vehicles. But overall, I really like the motor. It's been around a long time. It is bulletproof. Another very small thing, blind spot monitoring. Blind spot monitoring is not available on any 4Runner. I feel like at this point, it probably should be. Now we have Toyota Safety Sense. Now we have a bigger screen on it. It has the 8-inch infotainment screen. Now in the gauge cluster, it looks a little bit different. Definitely has a different screen in the middle there for Toyota Safety Sense. So they're in the right direction with the 4Runner. But I want to hear what you guys think. Do they need to keep going, or are you happy with where they're at? So that is our dealership walk today. It pretty much centered around that we get to see the 2020 4Runner now. I also want to know what you think about that desert air intake. Do you feel like that thing should go? Do you agree that it shouldn't be in New Jersey this close to New York City? Should it be a regional thing? Should it be optional? Should it be something that all of them should come to the dealership without the desert air intake, and then you get to decide and they can install it right then and there? What do you think? Let me know. The Tundras, one question I had about the Tundra when we were out there, I'm kind of repeating myself now just in case the wind was terrible, so I apologize for that, is if you're someone, obviously we're all Tundra enthusiasts, so you got to think it's just a regular consumer. If you put like a TRD Sport next to a TRD Pro, are you happy with the differences, or would you like to see more differences in the TRD Pro Tundra versus the other trims, kind of like you see with the Tacoma? I feel like the TRD Pro Tacoma differentiates itself a lot more from the other Tacomas, but let me know. That's all for you in the comments below. So Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. I will see you tomorrow, and thank you for coming along on the walk.